adventure is what we all love, and space, pushing the boundaries, and especially a mission like this where we're testing new systems is a huge adventure.
NASA has unveiled the crew for Artemis 3, a major milestone in the agency's long-term effort to return astronauts to the moon.
Among those selected is mission specialist Frank Rubio, who has ties to Alabama. According to NASA, the Army colonel and flight surgeon previously served as a clinic supervisor and flight surgeon at Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville.
In Alabama, as mentioned, has played a pivotal role in space science and exploration, from developing space launch systems to engineering space vehicles.
One retired engineer tells us it takes teamwork and high-level skills to complete these types of jobs. WVTM 13's Jarvis Robertson joins us live in Birmingham after sitting down with a man who says his life isn't about coincidence or randomness.
Yeah, so when I spoke with Matthew McGrath, he told me that he has a deep love and appreciation for aerospace engineering. Now, I went up to his home in Cullman to sit in his basement to look at a lot of the memorabilia that he has collected over the years. He tells me that the teamwork is about working around a lot of people who are smarter than him that has helped his career succeed.
How can you explain getting into a highly technical field without a degree?
85-year-old Matthew McGrath says his faith in God, along with humility and strong teamwork, is why his career spanned 55 years in aerospace engineering. He retired 2 years ago.
I worked on the Saturn program. I worked on the shuttle, okay. I worked on the Artemis program, and I worked on the Ares program.
And he always understood that his assignment during every mission was bigger than anyone's sense of pride.
I tried definitely not to impress myself, okay, because I've seen people who were impressed with themselves, and their usefulness to the program was limited by them being impressed with themselves.
But McGrath's accomplishments are impressive in their own right. His love for space science is evident in his man cave, with awards and memorabilia from his 5+ decade career are on display, like these pins and medals.
This one, Silver Snoopy.
Or this IBM Saturn instruction manual.
This is invaluable to you if you were not completely trained in what was going on.
And it all represents memories that will be with him for a lifetime.
When we landed on the moon, okay, and Armstrong took his first step, which was July the 20th of 1969, my daughter took her first steps.
About 30 years of his career were spent at the Redstone Arsenal. He says Huntsville's presence in the space world is a force to be reckoned with.
We have the second highest concentration of elite minds in the country behind Silicon Valley.
Now, McGrath told me that he did have a chance to go down to Cape Canaveral to see the Artemis 1 mission launch. He says that there's a possibility he's going to go down for the Artemis 3 launch next year. Reporting live in Birmingham, I'm Jarvis Robertson, WVTM 13.
All right, Jarvis, thanks.